Hey guys, what's going on? This is RJ Game News USA here, back today with another video. And today we are talking about Pokemon. Nintendo's got this ongoing lawsuit with Palworld, and they just recently tried to do a patent in Japan. And let's see how that went. But first, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the video. It helps a lot. Let's get right into it. So this is an article from PC Gamer, and the headline reads, Japanese patent officials reject one of Nintendo's Pokemon patent applications for being too similar to Ark, Monster Hunter, and embarrassingly, Pokemon Go. So that is funny. That is fucking hilarious. Your mobile game gets in the way of a patent for your console game. Let's read this article, and then we'll discuss. The trio of patents asserted by Nintendo as the basis for its ongoing lawsuit against Palworld developer Pocket Pair represent only a portion of the Nintendo's efforts to secure patent protections on creature capturing, battling, and riding mechanics. Last week, however, that effort hit a hurdle. The Japanese Patent Office rejected one of Nintendo's pending patent applications as failing to demonstrate an intrusive step that would differentiate it apart from. That's weird. Reads weird. While the patent application in question isn't directly relevant to Palworld lawsuits, it's related to patents that are. It's the child application of one of the patents asserted in Nintendo's accusations, and itself the parent application of another. The rejection, therefore, could give Pocket Pair a rhetorical opportunity to encourage a similar investigation of the patents it's accused of infringing. So, in other words, let's strip away all the legal mumbo-jumbo for the layman's. Basically, this means Nintendo got rejected this patent, which means Palworld now has a really good chance of defeating Nintendo in court, which I believe they should. Now, I have went on record before saying Nintendo is my favorite gaming company. Well, I love them. I'm not a huge fan of the Pokemon series. However, I believe what Palworld has done is they want to take what Pokemon's done, but they want to make it maybe more adult or ran better, because let's be honest, the Pokemon games always look like shit, or they usually run like shit. But they have a good idea behind them, a good gameplay loop. And look, there's been games throughout history that have borrowed mechanics from other games to a degree. And we know that a company called Pocket Pair is clearly borrowing from Pokemon. And it's pissed Nintendo off. The problem is they've done just enough, maybe, to skirt by and not let it be patent infringing. Now, has somebody who sat there and played Palworld before, like I have, which I didn't really like the game. I thought the game was way different than a Pokemon game, actually, with the crafting and the building that they required you to do. So I think the game's different. I don't think it infringes any violations. And if they couldn't get this passed in Japan, of all places, I don't know how this lawsuit's going to go forward in the West or other areas and actually work. Just like I knew Microsoft was going to be able to buy Activision Blizzard, I know now Nintendo will not be able to win this lawsuit against Palworld, and they shouldn't. Because imagine if certain gameplay elements are patented to a point where companies can't use them. I mean, what if somebody patented, God forbid, what if Forza patented the ability to race? Well, then only Forza could make racing games. It's absurd. So this idea of trying to patent capturing monsters and then battling with monsters is absurd on its face. Nintendo should be ashamed of themselves for doing so. They make so much money off Pokemon. What are they nervous about? What are they nervous about? Back to the article. The rejected patent application describes the implementation of mechanics for aiming and throwing items to capture or battle creatures, like those used in 2023's Pokemon Legends Arceus. For a patent to be granted, the application's claims must demonstrate an innovation unique from prior art in the field that it merits protection. Problem is, there's past Pokemon games before Legends Arceus, and including the mobile game Pokemon Go, and other games too, that have done this capture mechanic and battling mechanic. Anyway, the article continues. In the rejected application, Nintendo claims that Legends Arceus mechanics constitute a novel invention by combining third-person aiming with two modes to throw items and either affect a target character, like stunning it or capturing it, or initiate combat against the target character by releasing a creature to battle it. That's stupid. That is dumb. In its rejection notice, the Patent Office said that it considered a third-party submission which showed that a similar aiming projectile mechanics existed in games that predated the 2024 application. Among the prior art cited are creature battling systems and status inflicting projectiles in Arc, Trank Bomb throwing in Monster Hunter, monster catching in Pocket Pair's Craftopia, and even the Pokeball aiming reticle in Nintendo's own Pokemon Go. Wow! Nintendo! Wow, bro. Rejected wholesale, man. Just flat ass, just like 23-year-old to 56-year-old rejected. Like, hand in the face, get the fuck away. Rejected from Japanese Patent Office. Embarrassing you even tried this. That you even tried this. In a machine translation of the rejection notice, the JPO said it refused the claims of the application because they could have easily been made by persons who have common knowledge in the technical field to which the claimed inventions pertains, as demonstrated by those games and those prior game releases. So in other words, you're saying it's such a common possibility to be done in a game that there's no way to patent it. It's like patenting walking in a game or breathing air in a game. Why would you ever think you could get away with patenting this? They should be sued for wasting the JPO's time. It's worth noting that the JPO examiner's decision is non-final, and Nintendo has the ability to pursue an appeal with Japan's Intellectual Property High Court. They will and should lose, which would be another lengthy process in of itself, but while the refusal of the application doesn't directly affect the odds of the Palworld lawsuit, it could give Pocket Pair more space to question the validity of the patents being asserted against it. I disagree with this part of the article. I absolutely do think this massively affects the odds of the Palworld lawsuit. I think Palworld's going to win. I mean, I know you could lawyer up to a degree. Nintendo can lawyer up to a degree where it's hard to beat them. But my God. This was such a wholesale defeat for Nintendo. And it's in such black and white. I don't know how a judge can look at this lawsuit and not just dismiss it. Continuing the article. Games Fray notes that the presiding judges in patent lawsuits tend to weigh the decisions of the JPO patent examiners in their deliberations. Exactly. Additionally, Pocket Pair has access to mechanisms similar to a request for judicial notice in U.S. law, which would allow it to formally request that the presiding judge consider the JPO's refusal of the patent application while assessing the validity of the lawsuit's related patents. So the article just refuted itself a little bit, saying it doesn't directly affect the lawsuit. It fucking does. Palworld has the clear advantage now. Meanwhile, considering the bold mods don't count as real game stance Nintendo assumed just last month, it's safe to assume that it will be investigating every possible angle for shoring up the validity of its asserted patents as the lawsuit proceeds. So, that being said, guys, I think this is a win for gamers. It's a loss for Nintendo, but it's a win for gamers. It's a win for Palworld. It's a win for developers. It's a win for publishers. It's a win for everybody except the pride that was hurt by these Nintendo executives. So no offense, some tough love there to my favorite gaming company. But sometimes you all are douchebags. Sometimes you all do asshole-ish things, and you don't deserve to win. This is why I'm not beholden to you. This is why I'm not beholden to a company. I may love Pepsi, but I'm not going to defend every decision Pepsi makes. I love Nintendo, but I'm not going to defend every decision Nintendo makes. Me as a fan can hold their feet to the fire for stupidity, and this is stupidity. Okay? Stick to what you do good, which is coming out with a good game every month. Basically, since the Switch 1 started. Stick to that, make billions of dollars, sell tens of millions of consoles, sell hundreds of millions, if not billions of games, and let me enjoy you. Okay? Don't make me make a negative story like this again until you lose the Palworld lawsuit. Thank you very much. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you all later. RJ, signing out. Have a good one.